And now at 5, it was one of the biggest acts of damage and destruction in central Indiana. Now the first Richmond Hill case is headed to trial. It starts with trying to pick a jury to decide Mark Ray Leonard's fate.
Jury selection began today in South Bend. Call 6 investigator Rafael Sanchez has been on this case since day one and is live in South Bend. Rafael?
We are now in the 5th hour of jury selection here in South Bend, and to tell you honestly, we are on the struggle bus, the court unable to pick a jury. In fact, I just walked out a moment ago and the judge is talking to the prosecution and the defense team in hopes of possibly choosing one or two, but we're waiting to hear that any moment now. Right behind me is where that selection is occurring. Now, things really turned bad today when Mark Ray Leonard's attorneys told the jury pool, all 56, that he had attempted to hire a hitman to kill a witness. That really turned this jury pool, many of them saying that they could not be impartial in this case. Mark Ray Leonard, for now, will not take the stand in his own trial. His former girlfriend, Monserrate Shirley, also a suspect, will testify against him and is expected to blame him for being behind the blast that killed Dion and Jennifer Longworth in November 2012. Others who could be called to testify against Leonard, his former employee, Gary Thompson. Thompson was arrested this past January in connection to the blast. Sources tell the Call 6 investigators that other suspects, like Leonard's brother Bob and their friend Glenn Hultz, are unlikely to testify because of credibility issues. The jury pool will have to wade through 6 weeks of testimony. But is not hearing from Mark Ray Leonard on the stand a problem for the defense? We asked criminal defense attorney John Tompkins if that will be an issue for the jury.
Are there jurors who will say, why didn't he talk? There may be jurors who say, why didn't he talk? But if there's any juror that says, I can't acquit him unless he testifies, they'll be excused for cause. It won't be a strike that's counted against the state or the defense. You can't be a juror if you require the defendant to waive his constitutional right to remain silent.
Surprisingly, many of the 56 jurors called to this courthouse today were aware of what happened in the Richmond Hill subdivision. They had seen news accounts before, and of course here locally this morning, everyone waking up saw the morning news. They saw the issue of the jury selection. I'm going to head back inside the courthouse to bring you the very latest, hopefully on the news at 5:30 or possibly on the RTV6 app and our website, theindchannel.com. We may have one or two jurors selected. I'm going to go inside and check that out. All new at 6. Is there such a thing as too much evidence? We'll take a look at that at the top of the hour. Live here in South Bend, Rafael Sanchez, RTV6.